right. Good afternoon, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Right. It is our great honor to welcome you all to the 2024 AgX Fair Final event, showcasing the power of agri-food systems education. My name is Osei.
And I'm Oisin.
And we are delighted to be your moderators for this exciting event. We look forward to guiding you through an inspiring event filled with creativity and passion.
The AgX Fair, where X stands for Experience, Exchange, and Exhibit, celebrates all the agri-food education has to offer. This event brings together both formal and non-formal education projects, highlighting the work of educators and young visionaries from across the globe. Our mission is to recognize excellence and share best practices in agri-food systems education. Now entering its third year, in 2024, the World Food Forum's AgX Fair continues to encourage educators and youth to share their innovative agri-food projects from around the world.
Today's event features presentations from 5 exceptional projects selected from over 90 initial submissions. These finalists emerged from a highly competitive semifinal round representing the very best in agri-food education. We invite you to explore these remarkable projects and join us in advancing this year's theme. Say it with me. Good food today. Good food for all for today and tomorrow. Guys, I've been doing it so many times. Good food for all for today and tomorrow. We will also hear from our esteemed guests from the Government of Ireland, FAO Permanent Representations, and the AGCO Foundation from our colleagues. But now, let's take a moment to watch a short clip showcasing highlights from this year's finalist submissions. Enjoy.
So I hope you all enjoyed viewing. Big round of applause, and you will hear more from all of our projects as they come on stage. So I hope you all enjoyed that sneak peek of the incredible projects we'll be showcasing today. Now it is my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to our opening speaker for the keynote address, who will officially open today's event. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Harry O'Crowley, Head of International Development, UN and SDGs Unit, Economics and Planning Division at the Department of Agriculture, Food and Marine, Ireland. Harry, the floor is yours. Yep.
Jeeve Glare, that's for the Irish audience. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here today to open this really exceptional event, celebrating the achievements of the youth finalists of the AgX Fair and recognizing the critical role young people play in shaping our global agri-food systems. Over the past 3 years, I've watched the World Food Forum expand in both scope and impact. Thanks to the strong support of many governments, including Ireland, together we've ensured that youth from around the world have a seat at the decision-making table for agri-food systems. Their voices are being heard, and they are bringing back their experiences to their local communities, connecting global discussions at FAO with local actions and knowledge. Ireland is proud to support the World Food Forum this year, funding the participation of 153 delegates from 53 countries. This commitment reflects our belief in the power of young people to shape the future of agri-food systems. I'm also pleased to note that Ireland is making strides at home, facilitating the National Youth Food Forum and funding the National Youth Food Summit, platforms that amplify youth voices in shaping our national agri-food strategy. We all know that young people have immense potential to transform our world, but they need the right platforms. They need the right support and opportunities to realize that potential. It's our responsibility to mentor and to empower them so that their ideas and energies can shape our shared future. The World Food Forum and the Food and Agricultural Organization are leading the way in this change. This week, key global fora, the Global Youth Action, Hand-in-Hand Investment, and the Science and Innovation are taking place alongside the Global Family Farming Forum and the high-level Rome Water Dialogue on water scarcity in agriculture. With world leaders, experts, and youth representatives in attendance, these events emphasize the importance of intergenerational dialogue, cross-sector collaboration, and decisive action to improve agri-food systems for all. Today's AgX Fair offers young people the chance to exchange ideas, showcase solutions, and display their innovative projects. These platforms empower youth, giving them the space to grow their ideas. In our interconnected world, it is essential that we come together across borders to share knowledge and solutions. Governments must not only encourage initiatives like the AgX Fair and World Food Forum, but they must also ensure that they provide the resources needed for young change makers to access these opportunities. As we celebrate the achievements of these talented young minds, we are reminded of the power of collaboration. By working together across borders, we can achieve far more than we could alone. The Sustainable Development Goals remain our guiding star, steering us towards creating lasting, tangible change. To achieve these goals, we must continue to invest in youth, equipping them with the tools, resources, and networks they need to turn their ideas into reality. Ireland is proud to support these efforts both globally and at home, and we are honoured to be part of this journey with the World Food Forum. In closing, I'm delighted to be here today and eager to hear from each of the finalists. Your projects represent the future of agri-food systems, and I look forward to seeing the incredible impact you will make. Goramila Mahagwith, thank you.
Thank you so much, Harry, for your inspiring remarks. And on that note about youth capacity and development, you've set the perfect tone for today's event. Next, we have the pleasure of introducing some of our esteemed guests. You may have seen them in the front row, and they'll be offering their valuable insights and comments on each of our presentations.
So, as I call your name, we can acknowledge the crowd. But yeah, please do acknowledge our esteemed guests. So, first of all, we have Dr. Yaya O'Lanaran, Permanent Representative of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to FAO. Thank you very much.
Next, we have Mr. Nestor August.
Next, we have Dr. Juan Prieto Gomez, Deputy Permanent Representative of Spain to FAO.
Apologies. Next, we have Mr. Nestor Augusto Pontuga Puerto, the Deputy Representative of Colombia to FAO.
Next, we have one of my friends and colleagues. We've worked together throughout the year. We have Carly Schneider from Real Food Systems. Carly.
And last but certainly not least, we have Ms. Maria Cervantes, the World Food Forum Youth Policy Board member, who was also on the AgX judge panel for the semifinal rounds.
Welcome to you all. Cade Mila Falcha, as we'd say in Ireland, 100,000 welcomes.
Without further ado, please welcome me in joining our first group of presenters to the stage, Sebastian Chavez, Gina Velasco, and Andres Ibar. They are here to present their project, Rural Incubator, Building Peace from Colombia. Their mission is to empower rural youth through social entrepreneurship, providing them with the tools to positively support and transform their communities. Team, the floor is yours.
Conflict was my normality. As a child, I wanted to join a rebel group to get my toys back. As a teenager, my dream was to be a soldier. It is now 2022, a Saturday, and I am teaching chemistry in a rural school in Colombia. Most students are not paying attention, except one. He asks questions and shows genuine interest. I think I am doing a good job. But then, after class, he comes out to me. Professor, since you are an expert in chemistry, would you work with me in a cocaine lab? I can introduce you to the bosses. They pay very well. I am shocked. I do not respond. He continues, telling me that another teacher working in a cocaine lab earned enough money to buy a nice car. Despite the dangers, I start to consider how easy this could be. And it was at that moment that I was struck by the monumental challenges that rural youth face in Colombia. Only 1 in 20 rural youth obtain an academic degree, and just 6% can work in what they studied. The constant threat of violence, forced recruitment, result in many youth migrating. Yet, 61% of youth have entrepreneurial ideas. But with no access to funding and education, their outlook is bleak. Youth are drawn to illegal groups, leading to lives of poverty and violence. To address these challenges, I founded Eloha in 2022. Eloha empowers rural youth to become peace builders through social entrepreneur. Our rural incubator building peace program provides education in financial literacy and business planning through one-to-one mentoring. We facilitate grassroots investment, help you to create projects and build websites to support them. And we link projects to funding, resources and opportunities to scale business. So far, Eloha has shared 310 opportunities, registered 42 young people, and mentored 10 people and their initiatives. Examples include Adriana, a young mother who runs an ice cream business. We helped her address financial issues. This resulted in a 20% increase to her income. Pedro also has a business, growing and selling lettuce. A month on mentoring resulted in him expanding his portfolio to the home delivery of lettuce and herbal teas. And then there is Mayra, an impressive nutritionist and entrepreneur. Thanks to Eloha, she traveled to Kenya and is now Colombia's representative in a global nutrition program, helping marginalized communities access better nutrition. Like Adriana and Pedro, Mayra is an example of how Eloha economically empowers rural youth. My name is Johan. I am a rural youth leading this initiative. I am no longer work as a teacher, but I work every day to provide to them the opportunities they need. Because I believe rural youth have a great potential, but to unleash that potential, they need proper support, mentoring, and access to resources to become the change maker we need. Please join us to support rural youth's ideas today for a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Johan, thank you so much for your presentation. On behalf of all of us, please also send our best to your team back home. Now I'd like to invite the Deputy Permanent Representative of Colombia to FAO, Mr. Pontuga Puerto, to share his thoughts on the project.
Hola Johan, hola a todos, bienvenidos. Y qué emocionante escuchar a este joven colombiano. Y qué emocionante saber también que son los jóvenes en este momento los que siempre estamos hablando. Los jóvenes son el futuro, los jóvenes son los que van a sacar esto adelante. No, ellos son el presente. Ellos son los que nos van a ayudar a solucionar estos problemas, lo que estamos viviendo. La tradición y la innovación deben ir de la mano. Pero si no hay ese trabajo de innovación, ese trabajo de sangre nueva, de ideas nuevas, no vamos a poder solucionar los problemas. En Colombia, por ejemplo, que espero que tú los conozcas, hay un par de jóvenes que crearon también una aplicación, Eat Cloud, que empezaron con su celular a poner cuando se les vencían las cosas en la nevera, los elementos en la nevera. Luego se dieron cuenta que les llegaba una alerta. Lo empezaron a hacer cada vez más grande y ahora lo tienen en muchos supermercados de Colombia y de América Latina. Y gracias a esto, desde los grandes supermercados les llega la señal a ellos. Hay 100 kilos de tomate que se van a dañar. Con esto lo mandan a los bancos de alimentos y ya en Colombia están alimentando 1.400.000 personas diarias con las iniciativas de los jóvenes, con la ayuda de la sociedad civil, con la ayuda del gobierno. Por eso, de verdad, lo que hoy nos contó Johan, con esta manera de ayudar a solucionar los problemas, no a buscar cómo hacemos parte del problema, sino parte de la solución. Yo lo único que le digo a Johan es qué admiración tan grande. Nosotros como gobierno colombiano, lógicamente, que puedes contar con todo lo que puedas tener nosotros de la mano para ayudarte, pero sobre todo decir algo. Si en el mundo los jóvenes no toman parte de las decisiones, seguramente no vamos a lograr solucionar estos grandes problemas que en este momento se nos están volviendo oportunidades. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pontuga Puerto, and also to Johan and his team for this presentation. One more time.
Thank you very much, Johan. And please note, there is interpretation available in English, Spanish, and French through the interpreter phones. So, that was our first project. I hope you're all excited to see a few more. So with the vision to foster a passion for agriculture while educating students on food production and modern agricultural techniques, I'm excited to introduce our next presenters, Oyeyemi Israel Mora-Nkeji and Oni Deborah Ajoke. They're representing the CFF Agro Schooling Project all the way from Nigeria. Give them a big round of applause.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Oyeyemi Israel, the team leader of the CFF Agro-Schooling Project from Nigeria. And I have with me here.
I'm Deborah Oni, I'm the outreach coordinator for the CFF Agro-Schooling Project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Today I'll be presenting to you the CFF Agro-Schooling Project from Nigeria. And the CFF Agro-Schooling Project is themed Redefining Agriculture. And it's actually to enlighten secondary school students in Nigeria on the business, the art, and the science of modern agriculture. Our vision for the project is to foster passion for agriculture while educating students on food production and modern agricultural techniques. The reason for this, our vision, is because of the problem we have in our community, where students, they don't want to have anything to do with agriculture. They don't want to do anything agriculture. That's why we have our vision, and our contribution to achieving the SDG has actually been massive. SDG 1, SDG 2, SDG 12, SDG 13. And we have been contributing to the theme of this program, which says good food for all, for today and tomorrow. By number one, we have actually been enlightening students, secondary school students, on the sustainable and the modern way of producing food. They do this, we encourage them to produce their own food by environmental friendly ways, which helps our food security. We have also been enlightening them on good health. We have been enlightening them on quality food production. And we have also been equipping them with skills and knowledge because they are the future producers of our food. Recently, we took some students on tour to IITA, International Institute of Tropical Agriculture. They saw the modern agriculture and they were encouraged to do agriculture. Recently, we had a competition just to foster their passion for agriculture, which is basically on agriculture. So our three cardinal points aim to solve the problem of youth unemployment. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, 8.4% of youths are unemployed. And food insecurity, according to the United Nations World Food Programme, it has been said that 26.5 million people are food insecure in Nigeria. Also, we are tackling the problem of poverty and environmental degradation. Our three cardinal points: number one, we have the outreach and practical agriculture. We enlighten students on modern agricultural practices such as precision agriculture, drones usage in agriculture. We enlighten them on vertical farmings, so we let them see the gold in agriculture. We also have practical session, vegetable cultivation, cassava cultivation. We engage them in practical agriculture. Also, we distribute seeds to students and agricultural texts. This allows them to do agriculture in their little way. and also to encourage them to build their knowledge in agriculture. And our third cardinal point is the CDI program and research institute collaboration, whereby we develop the skills of students. I mean, communication skill is not only agriculture, communication skill, leadership skill, problem-solving skill. That's our third cardinal point, the CDI program. We have webinars, we have seminars for students that we do. We have 80 team members at the moment, and we have been able to impact more than 3,000 students in our community in Nigeria. We have published a book for secondary school students, An Insight into Modern Agriculture, and we held a national agricultural competition for secondary school students to judge their passion in agriculture. And third slide. Okay, I hand over to my colleague to take this slide. Thank you.
Okay, so between the next 12 months, we plan to onboard 200 team members that are passionate about agriculture, which would help us to reach out to 20,000 secondary school students and in 100 secondary schools, and also impact 1,000 young adults. And we cannot achieve this without your partnership and collaboration. So we look forward to partnering with you in order to foster training sessions for the trained students, and also in logistics in reaching 100 secondary schools, and also to get resources to gather resources to set up school farms, in these secondary schools, so that at the site of the school farms, they can fall in love with agriculture, I mean modern agriculture. And also there are other projects within this initiative that we would like to launch, which is one of which is a seminar for teachers, for parents, and for young adults. Thank you so much.
That is really fantastic. Already 80 team members, 3,000 students impacted, and some lofty goals as well. So thanks a lot, Deborah and Israel. I would now like to welcome Dr. Yaya O'Lanaran to provide some comments and feedback. Thank you very much. Big round of applause for Dr. Yaya. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, these are the hope of Nigeria, the hope of Africa, and the hope of the whole world. And what you heard from Colombia can also be described in that same series of words. I really truly appreciate your courage. And not only that, you are demonstrating your conviction by having the national colors as your suit and your dress. Innovation comes in different forms. Some of them may look intangible, but they mean a lot. I am particularly joyed from what I've just seen and heard. There are much more training programs by the federal government, by institutions, by their own efforts, that is pointing to the fact that hope is not lost. Hope is being renewed every day. And I can relate to what they are doing. I make it short because I don't want to dilute what they've just told us. As a youth, I don't know where my mother got the wisdom from. When we're age 5 or 6, she'll buy us 2 hens, 1 cock. And I came from a polygamous home, a very big compound. So the chicken and their cocks will be running all over the place. So in the morning, each child, a day, will sweep the compound and throw away the litters at the back of the house. One day, My mother sent the house help to the market, and she went and bought overgrown vegetables that has seeds. We removed the seeds and we threw it at the back of the house. There was rain, and the seeds started growing. My mother said, from now on, you will be eating your vegetable from the house, back of the house. Fast track, I went to secondary school. In my school, you either do carpentry or agriculture. Naturally, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think I will do? Agriculture. That is what has brought me here. Dorcas, Israel, one thing I wanted to do, you may start in a small way, and I will do mine at the level I am. I'll talk to the minister. There must be a curriculum in which what you have done should be embedded. It should go to primary school, secondary school, and the university. There's no more room for theoretical agriculture. It has to be practical. It has to involve innovation. It has to involve technology. And it has to involve getting the best inputs. And of course, all the technology that goes with it. Yield is not good enough. If you increase yield and you increase loss, it will be waste of resources. The value chain must be strengthened and done in a way that it will be obvious that food loss, food waste is being reduced to the minimum. And then you have cottage industries where you can process your food and give it a longer shelf life. Training that you concentrated on is excellent. Keep it clean and tidy. When you do that, and the students, primary, secondary, and university, catch the fire, then we'll begin a revolution that no one can stop. And that is the essence of what we are doing. SDGs are essential, but what you have demonstrated is practical SDGs. Training, education, nutrition, and all that comes into the mix. But there's a factor in Nigeria, which is a major one. The problem of electricity. I don't want to call it energy, otherwise it will be lost. The question of electricity is critical, whereby you'll be able to preserve what you produce. And there are so many natural sources of generating electricity. Once again, I want to thank you all for your efforts, your determination to give FAO, the UN agencies, a new lease of life. And since yesterday, you can see the vibe. Those of us that are checking out, we are all encouraged, and we take that energy and take it forward. Finally, why what they have done is so significant is that I have 5 children. None of them is in agriculture. And you know why? They don't want the drudgery of agriculture. But their children, as a grandfather of 12, with a set of triplets, I've been encouraging them. If you don't do agriculture, you may go hungry. So, congratulations to FAO, congratulations to the youths, and congratulations to all of us. God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Yaya. You are also bringing the great vibes to FAO. Once again, give it up for Israel and Deborah. Thank you.
Right, now it's time to move on to our next presentation. This next project is an educational game designed to encourage healthy eating habits in children using fun and engaging mechanisms that showcase foods as various characters within the game. So please join me in warmly welcoming Francis Angulo from Spain, presenting his project, The Food Clans.
Let's go.
Good evening, everyone. Before I start, I'd like you to think about the people in your life, family, friends, acquaintances. Do you know anyone struggling with health issues due to poor eating habits? Maybe a friend with diabetes, a child struggling with early weight issues, or an elderly person struggling with pain and mobility due to obesity. I do. In fact, most of us suffer the consequences of unhealthy diets either directly or through someone we care about. Let me share with you some figures. Currently, more than 160 million children suffer obesity. And shockingly, this number is projected to more than double to 400 million in just 11 years from now. Obesity is linked to over 200 diseases. And if we talk about the economic impacts of overweight and obesity, it's going to reach almost 3% of the global GDP by 2035, a sum that could be better spent in education or healthcare. These are not just statistics. These are the lives of many people around us we care about. And I think it's time we take innovative solutions to turn the tide. So I'm very happy to introduce to you today the Food Clans, a game that combines fun and education in 3 key ways, aiming to catalyze systemic change from the ground up. It's an entertaining game where children become food guardians. They embark on quests to complete and rescue traditional recipes, capture villains representing unhealthy choices, all within a fantasy universe that mirrors our reality. It's also an educational resource aimed not just for children, but also for educators, schools, and families. It integrates fun facts, food pairing ideas, nutritional information, and insights on different food topics, making learning into an engaging activity and sparking curiosity in the younger generation. And it's also a creative tool. With more than 40 different food subgroups, the game allows families to experiment in the kitchen with recipe substitutions, food pairing ideas, and different cooking methods, turning the challenge of daily cooking into an attractive experience. This project doesn't only benefit the individual, it can have far-reaching effects in society. By addressing the roots, not just the consequences of obesity, and this is the lack of nutritional education and food education, we can help children and families to lead healthier lives. Healthier families will mean increased productivity and significant healthcare costs for governments, all paving the way for better societies. Now, let's play a game. I would like you to take your phone out so you can take part in this journey with me. And if you can scan this QR code, which is going to connect you directly to my WhatsApp. So please do. And if it doesn't work for some reason, it should. Just type the number down there. And, you know, making use of the different cultures here, please write to me your favorite food or traditional variety, a traditional recipe from your region, or what is for you your food villain? Or if you just want to reach out, just say hi and I'll send you more information. I'll be sending you some of the cards of this game so you can have a closer look into it. And if you want to take part in this project through implementation, outreach, financing, or mentoring, let's also connect. I would love to hear your feedback, and I'm looking forward to potential collaborations. Thank you very much for your time and for your attention.
All right. Thank you very much, Francisco. My favorite food is egusi stew. When you make that card, give me a call. I would like to give the floor to our Deputy Permanent Representative to Spain, our Deputy Permanent Representative of Spain to FAO, Dr. Juan Puerto Gomez, for his response to your presentation.
Muchas gracias. Gracias a todos. Gracias, en primer lugar, a Francisco por su iniciativa. Y, por supuesto, no podemos olvidar agradecer al gobierno irlandés, Harry, al FAO, por supuesto, y a todos vosotros por estar aquí, por esta iniciativa tan interesante y yo creo que necesaria, porque podemos hablar de los distintos procesos educativos que puede haber en cada lugar del planeta. El mundo es muy variado, tenemos muchos retos comunes, muchas realidades que afrontar unidos, cada uno desde su punto de vista, con su diversidad, pero mutuamente enriquecedores. Y es verdad que los distintos países, las distintas regiones tienen distintas herramientas. Por eso estamos aquí en Naciones Unidas, para tratar de que todos avancemos juntos, sin dejar a nadie atrás y siguiendo por el camino. Pero en esa realidad, me parece que los procesos educativos pueden tocar todos los distintos niveles. La educación reglada, que en España, en lo que tiene que ver con la educación nutricional y alimentaria, está desarrollada desde la formación profesional que forma a futuros trabajadores en el ámbito agroalimentario en todos sus espectros. Hay 12 disciplinas distintas. Por supuesto, la educación superior universitaria, pero también la educación básica. Pero eso tiene que ir siempre acompañado de una educación no reglada, que puede ir desde cualquier tipo de eventos, campañas de publicidad en los medios, conferencias, cualquier iniciativa destinada a estudiantes, a colectivos sociales, a colegios profesionales, a la sociedad civil en su conjunto, sobre temas que nos importan a todos, desde el desperdicio alimentario, las dietas equilibradas nutricionalmente correctas, el respeto a la triple sostenibilidad medioambiental, social y económica de los distintos sistemas alimentarios. En todo ese conjunto en el que tenemos que tocar las distintas herramientas, la educación reglada, la no reglada, aquí entra a formar parte algo tan básico y una herramienta tan útil en el aprendizaje, sobre todo en las primeras fases de la vida, como es el juego. Así que solo la idea ya merece un gran aplauso, porque cada ciudadano, todos nosotros, somos lo que somos y nos hemos formado como nos hemos formado desde la base de nuestras familias, a lo que añadimos la educación. Entonces, poder jugar en casa, un niño pequeño, con sus padres, con sus hermanos, con sus familias, o un adolescente a los distintos niveles que este juego tan brillante, permíteme que lo diga, tiene, sienta las bases de una correcta educación nutricional que respete la necesidad de tener una dieta equilibrada, sana, que permita una buena vida en buenas condiciones de salud, como tú muy bien has expuesto al inicio de tu intervención. Pero también que sea respetuosa en lo medioambiental, en lo social y en lo económico, que luche contra lacras, contra el desperdicio alimentario, que tenga una conciencia social de las necesidades nutricionales del planeta. Así que, enhorabuena, Francis. Yo creo que, como representante permanente, lo que me toca ahora es convencer al director general para que este juego esté en la tienda de FAO en Navidades. Pero haremos lo posible. Cuéntalo, porque
todo el mundo tiene mi WhatsApp, por favor. Cualquier aporte, encantado.
No puedo prometer el éxito, pero sí intentarlo. Así que muchísimas gracias, Francis. Y os invito a todos, por favor, dinos dónde se puede comprar este juego.
No, todavía no. Estoy aquí para ello, como altavoz, para ver si podemos implementarlo juntos.
Tenemos que hacerlo. Muchísimas gracias a todos.
Gracias.
Enhorabuena, de verdad.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Dr. Juan. So yeah, once again, give it up for Francisco and the Food Clans and Dr. Juan. Our next group is from Bangladesh, and they are presenting on climate-smart agriculture with the goal of empowering marginalized rural women. So please join me in welcoming Imran Hamid and Neela Rani Das, representing their team Farm Solutions. The floor is yours.
Okay, so to start, I will share a story about a woman named Aisha who was facing problem because she just lost her husband and she have 3 children and she didn't know actually what she will do. So we gave her hope and came forward and we gave her the training, and now she is running her husband's farm, like beef cattle farm. So good day, everyone, the esteemed judges and participants. This is Imran Hamid. I'm from Bangladesh and one of the co-founders of Farm Solution BD. With me, Nilarani Dash. She is our youth lead. And we are very proud, actually, to present our projects empowering marginalized rural women in climate-smart dairy and beef cattle production. So about our projects, like in the projects, actually, we gave training to rural women and young girls, 5 days in person and 1 month long online sessions where we give them like training, comprehensive livestock production training. And also our target group is, as I mentioned, like young girls and housewives and also including Soji community. So in the outcomes, actually, we focus on like livestock productivity, also better nutrition and better livelihood for farmers. And we also consider about the climate resilience because climate is changing. And also we contributing SDG goal 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 13, and 15. And one of the unique thing about this project is its replicability. It can be scalable, it can be it can be scalable and flexible to any context or any diverse region in the world. We are doing it in Bangladesh, maybe some of you can start in some other country. And about the impact, so far we have trained 220 people and 25 is ongoing. This is not about like in production, like livestock production. It's actually improving the confidence of young girls and housewives. Also, it reduces the gender-based violence.
To measure our project impact, we use comprehensive monitoring and evaluation framework with key performance indicator including increased knowledge and adoption of climate-smart practices. We ensure long-term sustainability through follow-up session and online video resources. Our entire team consists of young professionals bringing fresh ideas, expertise, and energy to design and implement the training. Nearly 50% of our participants are young girls and Soji peoples. Let's hear about the Farm Solution BD's impact in a nutshell. We had made a significant impact by providing for training to 270 farmers and providing consultancy about over 3,500 farmers, both in person and online. We have launched 5 development projects, collaboration with 10 local organizations, and we made 99 YouTube video course in Bangla, and connecting the farmers with the local, with the 85 professors and livestock specialists. Through marketing participants with local livestock feeds and equipment seller, and we have generated over $5,000 in profit. Our goal is to empower the local farmers with knowledge and empowerment resources to create sustainable and climate smart practices.
So let's hear about some projections and future plan for our entire like Farm Solution BD. So as you see, our projects empowerment of rural women, we will projecting like by 2024 December we will train 400 women, and June 2026 it will be 3,000, and by December 2030 it will be we will try to reach 10,000 people. And we are starting our virtual incubator program for livestock farming. We will start within few days with 50 youth from Bangladesh. It will actually extend to regional level in Asia Pacific region. And also in 2030 December, we will reach it to global network. And as we are like working with livestock, so we are actually focusing on indigenous livestock genetic resource conservation. So we will start with focus group discussion with the local communities. Then we will collect the data and partnering with farms and government agencies. And finally, we will try our best to
safeguard 10 breeds in Bangladesh. So, and also we have another projects coming up, which is agroecology initiative, which is focusing on precision farming. We will introduce precision farming to the local farmers because they don't know about it. So our plan is we will give some workshop to them, and then we will try to reach more people. And finally, we will create a national farmers network, which will actually create a knowledge exchange space for the rural farmers. So thank you everyone for hearing us. If you have any question, you can ask.
Thank you very much, Imran. Thank you very much, Neela. It was really great to hear about the project and empowering rural women and youth. So let's hear from our AgX judge, Maria Jose Cervantes from Costa Rica. Maria, please. Yeah.
Great, thank you, and congratulations. I just want to highlight that I feel so honored to be here and join this panel as your young representative. I think that is very valuable to have these kind of experiences and sharing our knowledge and our good practices. I just want to highlight that I would like to see, and in your timeline, to add other regions, other continents, because I'm seeing myself that this project is going to be very accurate or very good in our region, in Latin America, because I hear representing Latin America. And I feel so inspired by you guys and by the other projects that I think that is so empowering to feel your energy to highlight the importance of agri-food systems or in agriculture, and how you want to empower women and other vulnerable communities. So I think that in our continent, your project is going to be a very huge success. So I'm looking forward to talk to you after this and trying to see how can you can get your project in our regions. And congratulations again, and thank you all of you to be here and supporting these young people. And I feel so honored to be here with you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And I think I will welcome every region to reach us. Maybe we can start somehow, any organization who is working for this kind of projects, we can help. We are happy to help.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your presentation and for your feedback. One more time. Moving on to our final presentation, we're going to be learning a little bit about mushrooms. Small-scale mushroom production offers farmers and youth an additional enterprise, particularly for those with limited land. This is an environmentally friendly option that can generate income for vulnerable communities and livelihood. Now, from our online, we're going to be hearing from Kasozi Evans-James and Kembabazi Anita for sustainable oyster mushroom production. The floor is yours.
Hello, this is James Evans Kasozi from Northern Uganda, actually sub-region. This is the Sustainable Oyster Mushroom Production Project. This project is based in Northern Uganda, actually sub-region, which faced the insurgencies of the Coney Wars in the early 2000s and early 1990s. Thus resulting into death of many people, breadwinners of families, leading to increased poverty within the region, hindering access to education and increased rates of teenage pregnancy. According to the Uganda Nutrition Action Plan 2, the region faces high level of stunting, wasting in children between 0 to 5 years, and anemia among expectant mothers and babies. Therefore, this project was developed to teach mushroom production to young women, youth groups, and the less privileged families who face a challenge of poverty. Therefore, we are basically helping them to improve their standards of living through generation of income from sales. And these are objectives. We have societal objectives through youth and women empowerment, health objectives, through combating malnutrition in weaning babies and nutrition in expectant mothers. Sustainability through value addition and expansion. Ability to produce throughout the year is also part of our objectives, and reduction in the cost of production since we use locally available materials. And those are the agricultural wastes. This is our cost of production. Basically, we use small units and we are able, for the start, we usually produce about 200 gardens. The cost of production, it goes to around $227. And on average, we expect that every day, each person who has been trained and is doing the production, on average, should produce around 2 kilograms. And these are our revenue streams. We have mushroom porridge, fresh mushroom, mushroom powder, and mushroom soups. And these we generate our revenue because we have mushroom porridge sold at $21.632, and a fresh kilogram of mushrooms, it goes around $2.16, and mushroom powder, it goes to $13.51. Based on our customer analysis, we do deliveries into restaurants, supermarkets, and we do home deliveries. The last slide. Our vision and ask and call is to increase household nutrition and income in marginal areas through mushroom production. And we are working on a project that we need an incubator and an autoclave to do spawn production. Spawns, those are the mushroom seeds. Therefore, it will be a way of reducing our cost of production, transport means to improve marketing, housing, and sustainable power sources. And dry mushroom flour mills powder for grinding to form during processing, and animal seeding machine. So our call is inclusivity of mushroom production as one of the strategies to combat malnutrition and increase household income. Because I've seen World Food Program giving out food materials to refugee camps, because Uganda is one of the recipients of refugees from different countries. Therefore, if we include mushroom production, it will also save the costs which World Food Program uses when it is trying out to support refugees. Because if I told you, you do giving out of food materials on a daily basis. So if I told you turn up and you say that you're going to use to teach these refugees mushroom production, because this project, it uses small piece of land. Thank you. This is James Evans Kasozi from Uganda.
Thank you so much, James Evans Kasozi. It was fantastic to hear the work that you're doing with mushroom powder. So to provide some feedback and comments for this project, Sustainable Oyster Mushroom Project, I'll welcome Carly Schneider to the stage. Thank you, Carly. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Ocean. So nice to meet you, James, and what a great project. I'm just really impressed. First of all, I love mushrooms, and I think most people do. And I think it's really interesting. First of all the projects here are just completely impressive. I'm really humbled, but this one is really on the ground, really tangible. And I really liked how you targeted, everyone talks about women and children nutrition is very important, of course, but they're targeting weaning babies and expectant mothers, which is really something very tangible to all of us. We can relate to it more. So I like that. I like the low cost, of course, it's very important. And I'm wondering why you picked oyster mushrooms as opposed to other mushrooms. Maybe it's the low cost or they're available. And then I had some ideas about the products you're going to use. So of course the fresh mushrooms, but I like how you're making mushroom porridge for schools and all of these other ideas for products that it seems like you're early in the process. But one idea could be to simply do air drying mushrooms so that you could do a higher production. And of course, dried mushrooms are really easy to transport and sell, et cetera. So that was just another idea I had when I was looking at your project yesterday. It kind of came in at the last minute here. And then one comment I had, and it's kind of a comment and a question, to all the projects here and anyone here who has done or would like to do something new, how do you get from having a great idea to actually get it into play? And that's I think, just a big gap that most of us have. We all have great ideas, right? But how you actually get it into play. So bravo for making your mushroom production begin. And I just really impressed how you got it going. One last thing that I was told I should make one question, but I guess it'll be more of a reflection for you, is as you're scaling up and moving on, like, do you want to keep it to a local production, local marketing, local demand, or would you want to build it up to a regional kind of movement? And then what about bringing your mushroom products, like the porridge and the other things, into schools? And by hooking into the school system, you know, maybe you can get more government support. You're working towards many SDGs, not just SDG 2, but a lot of them, so that's great. And maybe the Ugandan government could, you know, become more involved. So there's just some feedback I had. And great project, and congratulations.
Thank you.
So much for your feedback and the wonderful presentation on oyster mushrooms. That wraps up our presentations for the day. What we've seen truly highlights the vital role youth play through education-focused projects in transforming the agri-food system. Providing youth with a platform is crucial for this purpose. As demonstrated by our presenters, young people have the potential to ignite action and drive paradigm shifts. However, they need help and enabling environments, one that equips them with the necessary tools and skills to make a tangible impact. With that said, the World Food Forum Education Program is proud to announce the launch of a brand new initiative in partnership with the Real Food Systems.
So this program is designed to sharpen the leadership skills of young agri-food actors, like all of those that we've seen on stage today, especially young women, build their capacity and inspire them to take action toward transforming agri-food systems in their local communities, through the support of the World Food Forum and strengthening their national chapters. So let's watch a short video clip to learn more.
Are you a young leader ready to transform our agri-food systems? Do you want to enhance your skills, expand your network, and gain support to become a catalyst for change? The World Food Forum Education Program, in partnership with Real Food Systems, is thrilled to introduce the brand new Agri-Food Leadership Education Program. We are now open to recruit our first 2024-2025 cohort. With a focus on advocacy, education, and job readiness skills, this program is crafted to explore and sharpen the leadership abilities of emerging food leaders from around the globe. It aims to encourage and empower you to tackle issues impacting your communities with transformative actions in the form of a local project you will create. Through this tailored program, you'll have the chance to develop your own project with guidance from a mentor, gain hands-on experience, and acquire essential skills along the way. With access to guided masterclasses, workshops, mentorship, and networking opportunities, we're here to support your journey in becoming a changemaker for agri-food systems. Do you have what it takes? Apply by November 15th.
So I do hope that some of you here will be able to apply, and I hope all of these excellent leadership education projects have inspired you as well to take action. So to hear a little bit more about this exciting program, I'd like to welcome on stage some of our colleagues who will provide some more information. Amber Ansari from Real Food Systems and Isabella Guo from the World Food Forum Education Program.
Hi everyone, my name's Amber. I'm from Real Food Systems.
And I'm Isabella from the World Food Forum.
Real Food Systems is a network for youth to enter the food system space to learn, share their ideas and projects, and spread positive change. It is a safe space to connect with like-minded peers to inspire each other for collective action in community, advocating for food system transformation, and we are delighted to partner with the World Food Forum in this exciting program.
Today, we are launching a call for the application to the AgriFood Leadership Education Program. This program is designed to hone the leadership skills of young food actors, targeting job readiness, specifically in the two areas of education and advocacy in their local communities, especially for young women. It consists of 3 pillars: explore, encourage, and experience.
First, candidates will explore various topics to develop their technical agri-food knowledge and soft skills, delivered through a series of learning materials composed of master classes and workshops hosted by the World Food Forum Youth Skills Hub.
Second, the program encourages candidates to lead and take actions in their communities, delivered through presentations by seasoned young global food actors who will share their experiences, including challenges, outcomes, and lessons learned.
Third, selected candidates will experience becoming a leader in agri-food system transformation through formulating their own projects developed with their assigned mentors. The project should address local agri-food system needs based on each candidate's local insight and experience. Upon successful implementation of their projects, candidates will graduate as a real agri-food leader and become mentors for the following year's cohort.
The program will run from January 2025, culminating in October 2025 at the flagship event. We'll have a series of technical workshops related to FAO's for Betters and soft skills for leadership with our experts. To apply, applicants must be between 18 and 35 years old with at least a final year bachelor's degree in fields related to agri-food systems, and a demonstrated commitment to transforming agri-food systems through education, advocacy, or practical action.
They should have relevant professional or volunteer experience and submit a motivation letter and a 90-second video outlining their passion, career goals, and relevant experiences. We hope to see many of your enthusiastic applications in the next few weeks.
Let's do this together.
Thank you very much, Amber. Thank you very much, Isabella. And it's true, their hard work, that this program has been launched, and we hope to see many of you there. So if you are wanting to get involved, do scan the QR code, talk to us throughout the week. We will be more than happy to answer any questions. But for now, as we approach the end of our session, I would like to take a moment for some closing remarks. And for this, I would like to invite John Agbula, Foundation Manager for the AgCo Foundation, to provide some closing remarks. Thank you, John. The floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. Can I kindly ask you to please stand up a little bit? Sometimes we sit down for a bit of 1 hour or thereabouts, if you don't mind. And there is something about inspiration that comes from when young people present their ideas. You want to inspire them, not just beyond the funding, but sometimes a big round of applause for them can be an inspiration. There's tremendous work that's been done on the ground for these guys from Uganda, from Colombia, from Nigeria, from Spain, and from Bangladesh. Please, a round of applause from all of these guys. Thank you so much. Please have your seat. My name is John Agbula. I lead the Agriculture Foundation based in the UK. And over the past year, we've continued to provide funding support to nonprofits to implement projects very tailored, specific to agriculture. And in this context, we are looking at what are the best possible way we can help in empowering young people through the necessary education and skill required. And when you look at these presentations that we've had today and some of these ideas, take a look at your left hand. There's this side and there's this dark side, right? It shows 2 very distinct areas of interest that we are very much interested in. One is we have people who are much more educated a little bit, have maybe first degree or second degree and the likes. And there are some who are very disadvantaged in a very local community with very limited access to resources and education that they need. And we looked at that, there's a bit of very wider gaps between these people. When you looked at all of the guys here today in the hall, Many of us probably have a much more experience of educations, and that's why we have access. But the ones who are very less privileged are not even having access to these educational resources that they need. And then we see the need for us to really kind of intentionally invest in these areas of support, ensuring that we leverage on the capacity and the skills that young people have to transform the food system. It's very easy to say on the stage and all of that, but it requires conscious decisions and investments in really empowering young people with the needed educations. If you don't invest in an individual, in young people, you can never advance the concept of the food system. You can't even attain it or sustain it. To advance and to sustain food system, we need to together be very intentional on what kind of investment we made. And this is why we are partnering with the World Food Forum to really put in some investment in supporting the agricultural education projects in 20 global south countries. And over the course of a few months, we'll be able to announce this project. And we'll look forward to really advancing the cost of these action points on how we can work together to create very tailor-specific agricultural training programs, whether it's on-hands training or whether it's accessing the resources online for you to really be a change maker in transforming our food system. And on that note, I wish you a very happy evening, and please enjoy some of the youth movements happening out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, John. And thank you all for your participation. I know it's getting late. We look forward to seeing all of you throughout the rest of the week, and looking forward to any questions that you have on any of the projects. We're more than happy to ask them, but our young participants will be here, our young leaders will be here throughout the week. So with that, I'd like to bring this session to a close. Thank you for your time, thank you for listening, and look forward to learning more together. Thank you.
But also, we have received pledges amounting $22 million, $22.5 million, to invest in the same value chains, out of which 22 are from the private sector, which was our priority by then when we were presenting our deal. And the second part was on building a better tomorrow project. We have decided in Tanzania that our transformation in agriculture to be youth-led, because we want to take advantage of the youth dividend we have, whereby more than 40% of the populations in Tanzania, according to 2022 census, is youth. And to make these things practical, we have adopted a very ambitious project. We have named it Building a Better Tomorrow, which is a youth initiative to involve youth in the production. We have already invested more than $22 million as the government, but also international organizations, they have already invested some amount like $1.2 million. A total so far mobilized is around 150, with a promise to get $1.7 million by 2025. BBT, to us currently, is the flagship program, where what are we doing in BBT? Before we adopted this initiative, first we conducted a very comprehensive research. Why youth are not involved in agriculture? And in that research, which were conducted by youth who are participating in agriculture, youth who are not participating in agriculture, politicians, plus other experts from academic institutions, we came up with the 5 reasons why youth are not participating. First, they told us technology. They don't want to use handheld. They want improved technology. They don't want to spend the whole day cultivating 1 acre. So they told us, if you want us in the agriculture, provide us with the proper technology. Second was the capital financing. They want to be sure of the market, but also they told us they want land to be cleared. So we started our project, and so far we have already captured We have already bought 250 hectares across the country. We have already cleared more than 20,000 hectares for youth, and we have around 600 youth in place, which are provided with the allowances, technology, and in June this year, they yield their first produce from the farms. But also, we understand that not everyone wants to participate in farming, but there is an opportunity to participate in the value chain. But one of the areas which we are covering in the Building a Better Tomorrow project and the hand-in-hand initiatives is how can we have created incubators. And one of the incubators we have already created one firm known as Mazao Hub. And this firm, we came up with this last year in this forum, and they have managed to sign a number of deals, including the investment from BFA Catalyst Fund. And what are they doing? They have created a very ambitious digital system to provide some information as viral services and extension services to farmers. But also this platform, it helps the government to know the status of the farmers and also traceability. As you can understand, that traceability is very, very important when it comes to capture the international market. Another area which we have realized is the investment which we have realized so far in seed processing. Government itself, we have already invested $1.2 million, but also in wheat, 2 projects were already registered since last year as the results of hand-in-hand initiatives, which we expected to create around 849 jobs through these 2 projects, with the total value of $177 million. But also in sunflower, which was another flagship project we have presented last year, we have already registered 7 projects under the Tanzania Investment Center. We are expecting 1,000 jobs will be created upon realizing these projects with the total value of $45 million, which will be invested by these 7 investors. Another area which we have already realized from the last year is soybean. We have already registered 2 projects for soybeans. Expected jobs to be created by these 2 projects is 610, and the total value of this project is $132 million. And at the current situation in sunflower, we have reduced the importation from 60% to 30% this year. And this is due to the investment, both from the government and private sector. But the soybean, we have at least started with the 5,000 metric tons. Target is to reach 150. The opportunity is very huge to make sure that we are realizing this on time. But also, one of the areas I want to share with you as I'm concluding my first part is availability of information for investors. Together with the Food and Agriculture Organization country office, we have created this Tanzania Geospatial portal. Everyone can access, and we can have a lot of information regarding geographical data, essential food security metrics, and agricultural statistics, facilitating more trades and data-driven inventions. Through this platform, which I'm happy to introduce to you today, I understand I'll be having only 10 minutes, but through this platform, you can have a lot of information which will be helpful and help you to make right decision promptly. After these few remarks I've made, allow me now